Capcom may have only announced Marvel vs. Capcom 2 2 short weeks ago, but already a fully playable build of the game has landed on our desks. Despite being clearly labelled as a preview build, the game looks to be feature complete, and we're happy to report that we didn't notice a single bit of slowdown in what we played. Given the late June release date, a date that was officially confirmed in a Marvel financial report recently, the game is looking in good shape at this stage. We thought that we'd mark the occasion with an in-depth playtest of the game, while also trying to answer some of the questions that you guys have posted on the site. First off, this is a top-notch conversion of the Dreamcast Classic. That may be something we've come to expect from Capcom in its re-releases and updates, but it's still no less impressive to see one of the company's flashiest 2D fighters recreated in such attention to detail. It also has enough to make it worth reinvesting for fans, with online multiplayer, smoother sprites and new widescreen support, in addition to having all of the 56 characters in the game unlocked from the off. From what we've played so far, we're also really impressed with how well the game plays on the standard PlayStation 3 controller. It helps that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 uses a 4-button setup for punches and kicks rather than 6, and it makes it much easier to pull off the combos and special moves in the game. One of the hallmarks of the series is the multi-character tag team approach, this time using 3 characters, and we found it very easy to pull in these extra characters using the standard shoulder button configuration. We weren't sent the Xbox 360 version, so we can't make a call on how well it'll play on that machine, but we presume that the D-pad won't be quite as good as it is on the Sony PlayStation 3. However, we were impressed with how it works on the PlayStation, and even if you don't have a stick, you won't be quite as handicapped as you were in Street Fighter 4. The conversion to PlayStation 3 has also seen the development team clearly try to pander to both the hardcore and the casual audiences. You can choose from 3 different sets of character graphics, with crisp new sprites set as the default, but you've also got the classic sprites from the original and the smoothed out hybrid. The game does this by using 3 times bilinear filtering for the crisp sprites, 2 times bilinear filtering for the smooth ones, and a number of tweaks used to perfect the look of each. The results are great, adding a new visual sheen for people used to HD graphics, and original sprites for those who still can remember every move from the Dreamcast version. The final tweak has been to adapt the game for widescreen displays, offering you a greater view of the background, but purists can still enable a 4x3 display mode to match the original arcade version. One area that we didn't get to test, unfortunately, was the online mode, although the options were all there in our build. The game will offer friendly and ranked matches, the latter of which are called scoreboard matches, and scoreboard matches will count towards your overall worldwide ranking. Then there's also the training mode where you can try out specific moves and combos, and a points mode where you can play through the arcade game to earn points. It's worth noting that all 56 characters are available from the get-go, so there's not much point playing through the arcade mode alone, and unlike the Dreamcast and PlayStation 2 versions of the game, we couldn't see the shop feature to buy new costumes. Overall, we're really impressed with this conversion of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and while people might have hoped for another HD remix from Capcom, they can at least be assured that this is a Dreamcast perfect port. Capcom has stated that the game will cost about $15 on the PlayStation Network and 1,200 Microsoft points on Xbox Live Arcade, but there's a demo on the PlayStation 3 store right now if you want to try it out. We'll have our full verdicts on the game on its release in June, but in the meantime, check back on the site for more information as we go.
Game over. You win.